Ladies and gentlemen, life has a way of pushing us to the ground. It tests us, breaks us, and sometimes leaves us wondering if we will ever rise again. But let me tell you something. Your comeback is not just possible, it is inevitable. 2025 is not just another year, it is your year. The year you stop looking at your past with regret and start looking at your future with purpose. The year you refuse to let your failures define you and instead use them to fuel you. The year you prove to yourself that no setback is greater than your determination to rise. Let me share with you 5 powerful steps to make the greatest comeback of your life in 2025. Pain is an inevitable part of life. No one walks through this journey unscathed. At some point, you will experience loss, failure, disappointment, heartbreak, or rejection. Life will test you in ways you never imagined, and sometimes it will feel as if the weight of the world is crushing your spirit. The truth is, pain is not something we can avoid, no matter how hard we try. It comes in different forms, at different times, and for different reasons. But what truly matters is not the pain itself, but how we choose to respond to it. Pain has a purpose. It is not here to destroy you, but to shape you. It is a teacher, a guide, and sometimes even a gift in disguise. Often, in the moments of our deepest suffering, we discover who we truly are. We learn what we are capable of. We realize that we are stronger than we ever thought. But this only happens when we make a conscious choice to accept pain rather than resist it. Most of us spend so much energy fighting against our suffering, asking, why me? Or what did I do to deserve this? But the real question should be, what is this trying to teach me? Because every hardship carries a lesson, every setback carries wisdom, and every wound carries the potential for transformation. When you accept your pain, you acknowledge its presence without letting it consume you. You give yourself permission to feel, to grieve, and to process your emotions, but you do not allow them to take over your life. Too often, people fall into the trap of dwelling on their pain. They relive their failures over and over, replaying the same painful memories in their minds. They define themselves by what they have lost rather than what they still have. But dwelling in pain is like sitting in a dark room, refusing to open the curtains even when the sun is shining outside. You become trapped in a cycle of sadness, unable to move forward because you are too focused on what has already happened. Moving forward does not mean forgetting what hurt you. It does not mean pretending that the pain does not exist. It simply means deciding that your past will not hold you hostage. Healing begins the moment you accept what has happened and make peace with it. This is not easy. It requires strength, courage, and a deep willingness to let go of what you cannot change. But the moment you make this choice, you free yourself. One of the greatest mistakes people make is suppressing their pain. They bury it deep inside, thinking that if they ignore it long enough, it will disappear. But pain does not work that way. The more you suppress it, the more it controls you. Unaddressed pain has a way of resurfacing in unexpected ways, through anger, fear, insecurity, or self-doubt. It influences your decisions, your relationships, and your ability to move forward. The only way to truly heal is to face your pain, sit with it, and allow yourself to feel everything without judgment. There will be days when the pain feels unbearable, days when you want to give up, when it seems easier to stay stuck than to move forward. In those moments, remind yourself that pain is temporary. It is not permanent, no matter how overwhelming it feels. Emotions come in waves. They rise, they crash, and then they settle. If you can endure the storm, you will eventually find calm. This is why accepting pain is so important. When you acknowledge that your suffering is real, but also temporary, you take away its power. You understand that you are not your pain. You are the person experiencing it, and you have the strength to move beyond it. There is beauty in pain when you allow it to shape you rather than break you. Some of the strongest, most inspiring people in the world are those who have endured unimaginable hardships. They did not rise because their lives were easy. They rose because they refused to be defined by their suffering. They took their pain and turned it into purpose. They used their experiences to grow, to inspire, and to create something meaningful. Your pain can either become the reason you give up or the reason you fight harder. The choice is yours. If you dwell in it, you will remain stuck, unable to see the possibilities that exist beyond your suffering. But if you accept it, learn from it, and allow it to strengthen you, you will discover a version of yourself that you never knew existed. Pain is not the end of your story. It is the beginning of a new chapter. And that chapter can be one of resilience, courage, and a powerful comeback. Life will not always go the way you planned. There will be moments of loss, failure, and deep sorrow. But no matter how hard it gets, remember this: you have the power to rise. You have the strength to heal. And no matter how broken you feel today, you are capable of making the greatest comeback of your life. The first step is to accept the pain, but never allow it to define you. Your past does not define you. The mistakes you have made, the failures you have encountered, and the hardships you have endured, none of these have the power to dictate your future unless you allow them to. Too often, people live trapped in a narrative they did not choose, bound by the expectations of others, haunted by the weight of their regrets, and convinced that they are incapable of change. They replay the same painful stories in their minds, reinforcing the belief that they are unworthy, incapable, or destined for struggle. But what if I told you that you could rewrite your story, that you could take control of your narrative and shape a new future, one that is no longer dictated by your past, but driven by the person you are becoming? Rewriting your story does not mean erasing what has happened. It does not mean pretending that the pain was never real or that the struggles did not happen. It means changing the way you perceived them. It means choosing to look at your experiences not as proof of your limitations, but as stepping stones to something greater. Every chapter of your life, no matter how painful or challenging, has brought you to this moment. And in this moment, you have a choice. You can continue to live as a prisoner of your past, or you can take control and become the author of your future. One of the first steps in rewriting your story is recognizing that the way you talk to yourself matters. The words you repeat in your mind become the beliefs that shape your life. If you tell yourself you are a failure, you will act like one. If you tell yourself you are not good enough, you will never take the chances that could change your life. But if you start telling yourself a new story, one of strength, resilience, and possibility, you will begin to see the world differently. Your words have power, and it is time to use them to build yourself up rather than tear yourself down. Many people struggle to move forward because they are carrying the weight of guilt and shame from their past. They hold on to old mistakes as if punishing themselves will somehow change what has already happened. But the truth is, holding on to guilt only keeps you stuck. You cannot build a new future if you are constantly looking back. The only way to free yourself is to forgive yourself and others. Forgiveness does not mean condoning what happened. It does not mean that the pain was justified. It means deciding that you will no longer allow it to control you. It means giving yourself permission to move forward without carrying the burden of the past on your shoulders. One of the biggest lies we tell ourselves is that we are powerless to change, that our circumstances, our upbringing, or our past experiences have already determined our future. But history is filled with people who defied the odds, who refused to let their past dictate their destiny. People who came from nothing, who faced unimaginable obstacles, and yet chose to rise. The difference between those who rewrite their stories and those who remain stuck is not talent, intelligence, or luck. It is the belief that change is possible and the willingness to take action. If you want to rewrite your story, you must be willing to let go of the limiting beliefs that have been holding you back. The belief that you are too old, too young, too broken, or too late. The belief that because you have failed before, you will fail again. The belief that your past determines your worth. None of these are true, unless you make them true. The moment you decide to let go of these lies is the moment you open yourself up to new possibilities. Taking control of your story also means surrounding yourself with people who lift you up rather than pull you down. The people you spend the most time with influence the way you see yourself and the world. If you are constantly surrounded by negativity, by people who remind you of your past failures, or who do not believe in your growth, you will struggle to move forward. But if you choose to surround yourself with people who inspire you, who challenge you to become better, and who believe in your potential even when you do not, your entire perspective will shift. Change is not easy. Rewriting your story requires courage. It requires stepping out of your comfort zone and taking risks. It requires facing your fears and doing the things you once thought were impossible. But every great transformation begins with a single decision: the decision to no longer accept a life that does not align with the person you are meant to be. The past cannot be changed, but the future is yours to create. And the most powerful thing you can do is take ownership of your life and write a story that is worthy of the person you are becoming. There comes a moment in everyone's life when they are faced with a choice: stay where they are, trapped in the comfort of the familiar, or take one bold step into the unknown. The difference between those who succeed and those who remain stuck is not talent, luck, or intelligence. It is the courage to take action. It is the decision to move forward despite fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Many people dream of change, of success, of becoming a better version of themselves, but they remain paralyzed because they wait for the perfect moment. They tell themselves that they will start when they feel ready, when they have more money, when the timing is right, when they have more support. But the truth is, there is no perfect moment. There is only now. And the boldest, most powerful thing you can do is take action today. Taking one bold step does not mean having all the answers. It does not mean knowing exactly how things will turn out. It simply means making a decision and following through with it. It means trusting yourself enough to take the first step, even if the path ahead is unclear. Too often, people spend years waiting for certainty, for signs that guarantee success. But life does not work that way. Growth happens when you move despite not knowing what the outcome will be. The greatest opportunities are often hidden behind fear. The only way to reach them is to step outside your comfort zone. Fear is the biggest enemy of progress. It whispers all the reasons why you should not take a risk. It reminds you of past failures, of times when things did not go as planned. It convinces you that stepping forward will only lead to pain or embarrassment. But fear is a liar. It magnifies the worst-case scenario while ignoring the possibility of success. What if, instead of asking, "What if I fail?" you started asking, "What if this works out?" What if you started believing that you are capable of more than you think? What if the bold step you are afraid to take is the one that will change your life? The people who accomplish great things are not fearless. They feel fear just like everyone else, but they do not let it control them. They understand that fear is a natural response to the unknown, but they do not allow it to dictate their choices. They move forward despite it. They embrace discomfort because they know that nothing worthwhile ever comes from staying in the same place. Every success story begins with someone who took a chance, who stepped into the unknown, who said yes to an opportunity even when they were unsure. Taking one bold step is not about making a giant leap all at once. It is about doing something, however small, that moves you in the direction of your goals. If you want to start a business, take the first step. Research, create a plan. Reach out to a mentor. If you want to improve your health, take one step. Exercise today. Make a better food choice. Commit to consistency. If you want to heal from past wounds, take one step, seek help, forgive, let go of what is holding you back. The journey to success is not about making one grand move. It is about consistently taking bold steps forward, no matter how small. One of the biggest regrets people have is not taking action when they had the chance. They look back and realize that fear held them back from opportunities that could have transformed their lives. Do not let that be you. Do not let another year go by waiting for the right time. Do not let self-doubt keep you from discovering your full potential. The time to act is now. Your dreams, your goals, your growth, they are all waiting on you to make the first move. The universe responds to action. When you take one bold step, doors open, opportunities arise, and life begins to shift in ways you never expected. But nothing changes until you do. The hardest part of any journey is the beginning. Once you take that first step, momentum builds. What once seemed impossible starts to feel within reach. You begin to see progress, and with progress comes confidence. Confidence is not something you wait for. It is something you build through action. The more you step out of your comfort zone, the more you realize that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way. The boldest version of yourself is waiting on the other side of fear, and the only way to meet them is to start moving. There will always be reasons to wait, to delay, to hesitate, but waiting does not lead to change. Action does. Growth does not happen in comfort. Transformation does not come from hesitation. Everything you want is on the other side of fear, and the only way to reach it is to take that one bold step today. The world does not reward those who wait. It rewards those who dare to move forward despite uncertainty. Choose to be one of those people. Choose to take the first step. Choose to rewrite your story by stepping into the boldest, most courageous version of yourself. The people you surround yourself with shape your mindset, influence your decisions, and ultimately determine the direction of your life. Whether you realize it or not, the energy and attitudes of those around you impact your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. If you want to make the greatest comeback of your life, you must be intentional about the company you keep. Surrounding yourself with the right people is not just a suggestion. It is a necessity for growth, success, and transformation. Many people hold on to relationships that drain them because they fear being alone. They tolerate negativity, toxicity, and mediocrity simply because it is familiar. But familiarity does not equal growth. If you continue to associate with people who do not support your dreams, who bring you down, or who fill your mind with doubt and limitations, you will never reach your full potential. The truth is, your environment plays a significant role in shaping your reality. You cannot expect to grow into the best version of yourself if you are constantly surrounded by those who discourage growth. The right people inspire, challenge, and uplift you. They believe in your potential even when you struggle to see it yourself. They push you to aim higher, to step outside your comfort zone, and to pursue your dreams fearlessly. When you surround yourself with individuals who are ambitious, hardworking, and positive, their mindset rubs off on you. You start thinking bigger, believing in possibilities, and taking bold steps toward your goals. Their energy fuels your motivation, and their success reminds you that you too are capable of greatness. On the other hand, the wrong people drain your energy and cloud your vision. They discourage your dreams, laugh at your ambitions, and make you feel guilty for wanting more. They project their fears onto you, convincing you that your goals are unrealistic or impossible. These people often come in the form of friends, family members, or colleagues who mean well but do not understand the importance of growth. They may not intentionally want to hold you back, but their limiting beliefs and negative mindset create an environment where success feels out of reach. If you are constantly surrounded by people who complain, make excuses, and settle for less, you will eventually adopt the same mentality. Choosing the right people does not mean cutting everyone out of your life without reason. It means being mindful of the relationships that serve you and those that hold you back. It means recognizing which connections bring positivity and which ones bring negativity. It means setting boundaries with those who drain your energy and actively seeking out those who inspire you. The company you keep should align with the person you are becoming, not just the person you have been. It is important to surround yourself with people who have qualities you admire. If you want to be more confident, spend time with confident people. If you want to be more disciplined, associate with those who practice discipline. If you want to be successful, learn from those who have already achieved success. Growth happens when you are in an environment that challenges you to improve. Being around people who are ahead of you in certain areas of life forces you to level up, to push beyond your current limits, and to strive for more. Their wisdom, experience, and work ethic can teach you valuable lessons that accelerate your progress. Building the right circle requires effort and intentionality. It means stepping outside your comfort zone to connect with like-minded individuals who share your values and ambition. Attend events, join communities, engage in conversations that align with your vision. Seek mentors who can guide you, friends who can encourage you, and partners who can grow with you. Do not settle for relationships that keep you stagnant when you have the ability to cultivate connections that elevate you. One of the most powerful things you can do is surround yourself with people who genuinely celebrate your success. Pay attention to those who support you when you are winning, not just when you are struggling. True friends and supporters will be happy for your achievements, not threatened by them. They will encourage you to keep going, to dream bigger, and to keep striving for more. On the other hand, those who secretly hope for your failure or feel envious of your growth do not deserve a place in your life. The right people want to see you succeed because they are secure in their own journey and understand that success is not a competition but a collective experience. At the same time, be mindful of the energy you bring into your relationships. If you want to be surrounded by great people, you must also strive to be a great person. Be the kind of friend, mentor, or partner who uplifts, encourages, and adds value to others. Support those around you, offer kindness without expectation, and contribute positively to your circle. The energy you give out is the energy you attract, and if you want to be surrounded by greatness, you must also embody it. One of the hardest yet most necessary steps in surrounding yourself with the right people is letting go of relationships that no longer serve you. Not everyone is meant to walk with you on every stage of your journey. Some people were part of your past but do not align with your future. Holding on to relationships out of guilt, nostalgia, or obligation will only slow you down. Growth requires making difficult decisions, including distancing yourself from those who no longer align with your vision. It is not about abandoning people, but about prioritizing your peace, progress, and purpose. Life is too short to spend it around those who do not support your dreams, who drain your energy, or who make you feel small. You deserve to be in an environment that nurtures your growth, that fills you with inspiration, and that challenges you to become the best version of yourself. Choose your circle wisely, for the people around you will either push you forward or pull you backward. Surround yourself with those who remind you of your strength, who believe in your potential, and who walk alongside you as you rise. Believing in your power is the first step toward transforming your life. It is the foundation upon which all success, growth, and resilience are built, yet so many people struggle to recognize their own strength. They doubt themselves, underestimate their abilities, and allow fear to dictate their actions. But the truth is, you are far more powerful than you realize. You have within you the ability to overcome obstacles, to create change, and to build the life you desire. The only thing standing between you and the life you want is your belief in yourself. From the moment we are born, society conditions us to look outside of ourselves for validation. We are taught to seek approval, to measure our worth based on the opinions of others, and to conform to expectations. Over time, this leads to self-doubt. We begin to believe that we are not good enough, not strong enough, not capable enough. We internalize every failure, every criticism, and every setback as proof that we are not worthy. But this is a lie. Your worth is not determined by external factors. It is not defined by your past mistakes or by what others think of you. Your power lies in your ability to rise, to grow, and to rewrite your story. There will always be moments in life that test you. You will face challenges that seem impossible to overcome. You will experience failures that shake your confidence. You will encounter people who doubt you, who tell you that your dreams are unrealistic, who try to make you feel small. But in those moments, you have a choice. You can either believe in the voices of doubt, or you can believe in yourself. You can let obstacles break you, or you can use them as stepping stones to rise higher. The difference between those who succeed and those who stay stuck is not luck or talent, it is self-belief. Those who achieve great things are not necessarily the smartest, the strongest, or the most gifted. They are simply the ones who refuse to give up on themselves. One of the greatest challenges to believing in your power is fear. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of the unknown. Fear convinces you that you are not ready, that you are not capable, that success is meant for others but not for you. But fear is nothing more than a mental barrier. It is a story your mind tells you to keep you in your comfort zone. And the only way to break free from it is to take action despite it. Confidence is not something you are born with. It is something you build by proving to yourself over and over again that you are capable Every time you push through fear, every time you step outside your comfort zone, you strengthen your belief in yourself. Believing in your power also means taking responsibility for your life. Too often, people give away their power by blaming circumstances, other people, or bad luck for where they are in life. They tell themselves that they cannot change because of their past, their environment, or their limitations. But the moment you take full ownership of your life, everything changes. You realize that you are not a victim of your circumstances. You are the creator of your reality. No matter where you have been, no matter what you have been through, you have the power to choose a new direction. You have the power to change your mindset, your habits, your actions. You have the power to shape your future. Self-belief is not about arrogance or pretending to have all the answers. It is about trusting yourself even when things are uncertain. It is about knowing that you are capable of learning, growing, and adapting. It is about refusing to let self-doubt control you. There will be times when you feel lost, when you question yourself, when everything seems to be working against you. In those moments, remind yourself of all the times you have overcome hardships before. Think about the battles you have already won, the strength you have already shown. You are still standing, still fighting, still moving forward. That alone is proof of your power. One of the most important things you can do to strengthen your belief in yourself is to surround yourself with the right people. The company you keep influences the way you see yourself. If you are surrounded by people who uplift you, who remind you of your strength, who encourage you to chase your dreams, your belief in yourself will grow. But if you are constantly around negativity, doubt, and discouragement, it will be much harder to see your own potential. Choose to be around those who inspire you, who challenge you to be better, who remind you of the power you already have. Believing in your power is a daily practice. It is something you must work on every day. It is choosing to replace self-doubt with self-encouragement. It is choosing to take action even when you feel afraid. It is choosing to see setbacks as lessons rather than failures. It is choosing to trust that you are capable of more than you think. The world will always have reasons to make you doubt yourself. There will always be challenges, obstacles, and moments of uncertainty. But the most important voice in your life is your own. And if you choose to believe in yourself, there is nothing you cannot achieve. The journey to making the greatest comeback of your life begins with a single decision. The decision to believe in yourself, to take action despite fear, to surround yourself with the right people, and to rewrite your story. Life will always test you with challenges, setbacks, and moments of doubt. But your power lies in your ability to rise above them. You are not defined by your past failures or by the voices that tell you that you are not enough. You are defined by your resilience, your courage, and your willingness to fight for the life you deserve. No one else can take the bold steps for you. No one else can believe in you the way you must believe in yourself. You have everything you need within you: the strength, the wisdom, the passion to turn your life around and create the future you dream of. But it all starts with a choice. A choice to stop waiting, stop doubting, and start moving. A choice to embrace your power, to push through discomfort, and to rise stronger than ever before. This is your time. This is your moment. The past does not define you, and the future is still unwritten. So stand tall, step forward, and take control of your destiny. The greatest comeback of your life is waiting for you to claim it. Believe in yourself, take action, and show the world what you are truly capable of.